Hello, welcome to Rants Without Pants that you can watch on shophead.blogspot.com. My name is Adam Shabba. You may know me from the Madison, Milwaukee power pop band The Shabelles, or as the co-creator of The Onion Dog.
I love it when a plan comes together. It's a lot heavier than this one. And the rockets.
Have you guys ever read any? Yeah, you guys should totally
Oh, that's beauty.
He's going in for more. Oh God, that's disgusting.
Well, here we are back in the world of politics after a bit of a hiatus to discuss movies with my brother. Talking about movies, have you seen Magic Mike yet? Oh wait, that isn't Magic Mike. That's Wisconsin Representative of the 7th District, Sean Duffy, who's also under scrutiny for saying this at a town hall meeting.
$174,000 a year for a congressman?
Yeah. If you think I'm living high in the hog, I've got one paycheck. So I struggle to meet my bills right now. Would it get easier for me if I get more paychecks? Maybe.
That's right. When a constituent states that he believes Sean Duffy's salary of $174,000 a year is too much money, Sean, Magic Sean, responded with, "I'm having trouble paying my bills too, on $174,000 a year." Then during another town hall meeting defending the Paul Ryan budget, which many seniors challenged him on because of the massive Medicare cuts, Sean Duffy responded with this.
I don't have the chart from you, but
you don't have the chart here.
Well, let's want to send it to you via email. Give me your email
No,
address.
I know what chart you used. It came from the Heritage Foundation, and from a man named William W. Beach.
60 Minutes did a huge story. Billions of dollars annually in fraud.
Let me tell you what. When you have your town hall, you can stand up and give your presentation.
Man alive, that guy's kind of a dick. Then last week, a constituent, a Vietnam veteran, came up to ask him about his stance on minimum wage. And this is how he responded.
What I'd like to know is there's a law to raise the minimum wage. There's a law to raise the minimum.
Come on, Magic, you ran away? Stop and talk to him for a little bit. Just for a couple minutes, it doesn't have to take long. Be courteous to him, be grateful to him, because you know what? You work for him. The government is us. There's a mindset that the politicians have the power and the constituents don't. But no, we have the power. I know it may sound naive, I know it may sound hippie-ish, I know it may sound like an Aaron Sorkin touchy-feely speech, but it's true, and it's the foundation. It's the foundation of how our forefathers intended this country to work. The politicians are in to represent us, even if you didn't vote for them. So if you're a citizen and pissed about something, don't be a cynic and just write snarky comments on Facebook. So if you're pissed about something, don't just argue on a comment section on your favorite blog like shophead.blogspot.com. Don't be a cynic and just post a weekly video blog about things that upset you. The point is, still do all those things, but at the same time, let your senator know, let your congressperson know, let your mayor know, let the governor know. If Ron Johnson received 1 million calls, he would be forced to change his view, or at the very least, rein in the crazy. Cynics bug the hell out of me because nothing is ever a solution and nothing is ever good enough. Okay, on to a brand new lightning segment called Rants Without Pants, Fly Up, Fly Down. Fly up is good, fly down bad. Could be the other way around, but I thought it might be confusing, so fly up's good, fly down bad. Fly up to Target, or as us liberal elites like to call it, Target, was had some controversy in the past because of their conservative political stances. But now, Target has actually started selling greeting cards for gay married couples. Awesome. In fact, I have one right here. Fly down to Mitt Romney, who still has not released his tax records, even with Republican leaders begging him to. He even had his wife go on TV and say this.
Well, you know, because it's a moot point, because there are so many things that will be open again for more attack, and you just want to give more material for more attack, and that's just the answer. And we've given all people need to know and understand about our financial situation and about how we live our life.
You people? Mitt, releasing your tax records is a really normal thing for a presidential nominee to do. What exactly are you afraid they're going to find out?
Look at Romney, and I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I think he's like the thing. He only imitates human behavior. He's not actually human himself.
We're gonna find out that Romney's the thing? You heard it from Luke Skywalker himself. He said it. Fly up to Judge David Flanagan for being the second judge to block implementation of the Wisconsin voter ID law. That is oppressive. Fly down to Taco Bell in Milwaukee that served someone this. Now I know some say your food tastes like cardboard, but this is getting ridiculous. But seriously, all is forgiven if you just bring back the chili cheese burrito. What are you doing? Bring it back. There's a hole in my life. Fly down to Scott Walker. The job numbers just came out for June and it's awful. I don't have it printed out right now, but I have it on my iPhone. Wisconsin lost 13,200 jobs in June, the largest loss of any state and one of only 3 states that showed statistically significant loss of jobs. Governor Scott Walker's budget repair bill was implemented in June of 2011. So what we have now is a year worth of data showing Governor Walker's policies and how effective it has been. And it's shit. Fly down to the U.S. Olympics Committee decision to make the uniforms in China instead of the U.S. Fly down to Mitt Romney, who responded this way about it.
You know, I don't know the particulars of the circumstance, so I really can't comment on that. I presume they have sponsors that are associated with uniforms and matters of that nature, so I'm not going to weigh into the decisions made in that regard.
Trouble you that our uniforms for our U.S. Olympics team were made in China?
I think I really responded to that already. I don't have any further comment than what I've already said. You know, I'm not going to weigh in on that. The Olympic Games are about the athletes. And we're going to watch the athletes perform, and these other matters are extraneous, I think.
Fly up to Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi, who responded the appropriate way.
They should be wearing uniforms that are made in America.
I think they should take all the uniforms, put them in a big pile, and burn them, and start all over again.
Fly up to American Apparel, who offered to make the uniforms in 2 weeks, right here in the good old US of A. President Obama needs to grow a pair and really put some pressure on the Olympic Committee to do this. Hopefully that's what he got for his birthday. A bigger set of balls. And finally, in related news, a big fly down to the Republicans in the Senate filibustering the Bring Jobs Home Act, which would have given companies a 20% tax credit for bringing their companies back to the U.S. Would have also ended tax breaks for those companies that are shipping jobs overseas. It's like the most patriotic bill in the world. It had enough votes to pass thanks to the Democrats and 3 Republicans. But again, the Republicans are filibustering it. Now, when America is thirsting for jobs. Let's see how our own Wisconsin senators voted for this. Ron Johnson voted nay because he has an undeniable, unrelenting, unforgiving lust for China that he just can't hide. China is like the Shannon Tweed of erotic thrillers to him. And he's the helpless husband that tries to fight against his urges, but can't help to give in to her. Then there's Democrat Herb Kohl, who said he was in favor of the bill, but didn't even think it was important enough to show up and vote on because he had to go home and roll around on his big bed with his big bundle of loose cash, which he does every Thursday afternoon. So, bravo to our Wisconsin senators. Now that is the major difference between Republicans and Democrats. Republicans unabashedly love shipping our jobs to China. Democrats love shipping our jobs to China less and try to hide it from their constituents. There needs to be a major change on how we approach trade deals right here in the U.S. I believe the Bring Jobs Home Act would have been a great first step. I believe that giving tax credits to companies to keep their jobs right here in the U.S. is something we should all be able to get behind, whether you're a Republican, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a citizen, whether you're a politician. But instead, Republicans chose China and corporations over America. You really are the patriotic party that you say you are. That's all I have for you today. God bless you, God bless Wisconsin, and God bless these United States of America. Thank you.